Hello, Russian. Welcome back to more Kerbal Space Program. This time, figured out what the issue was with the internet and have resolved it. Replacement parts came pretty quickly. The uninterrupted power supply needed a fresh battery. So, last time I was working on a heliplane. So, it's just a couple of things I want to try out with that. Now, with extreme difficulties, you might not have seen all of it. But yeah, this is what it currently looks like. So, mark two parts of the body. A bunch of RTGs in there. Some batteries, an SAS wheel. And on this side, I haven't really finished setting things up yet, but Science Junior and some scanning arms. Yep. I am going to want some more science stuff. Let's see. Let's turn on snapping. It. In fact, yeah, that's it. Cool. Hello. Welcome. I guess I can push. Oh, I've already got. I already put neutrons on this. So what I'm wanting is science parts. How can I make this neat? Maybe I put a structural part in. Let's go for diagonal. Touch it there. Where do I put my US thermometer? Come on. Put it on the side. And also put the barometer in there. Would like a surface scanning module, but I might put that on top. Probably a good idea to put mystery there for now, just so I don't forget. Magnetometer probably doesn't make sense, that only works in space. Ravioli detector though. Makes sense to put on. Seismic accelerometer, that works while it's on the ground. So, probably makes sense to put this near the Junior. We'll want to be able to reset it with the scientist. Something like that. Pivot down if I can. Now, another thing I'm going to have to manage, getting scanning arms to fit in. I put something on the outside, wasn't I? What was it? Right, it was scanning module. I mean, it would make more sense to put it underneath. Something like this. Center toe. About centered. Also, I mean, I tried this. It didn't really work. Let's get rid of. Let's go forwards. So, okay, so I will need to cap off the end. Anything? No, that's about the best option we have for use. So that goes down to Mark 1.5, 1.25, 1.25. What should we cap it off? Oh, okay. Put a docking port on. Give it the option to dock while also being aerodynamic-ish. Nice at least. One other science part. Anna. That kind of work, maybe? Not exactly. Scanning arm's kind of getting away. How much do I want this? Let's just test on the ground. Oh? How useful is it on the ground? Don't remember. Anna. Okay. I guess might be useful. Hard to tell exactly how large that is. Ah, okay, yeah, it does have a reasonable size to it. Yeah, might be. The crane might make sense to include it. The other option is here, we can see the surface mount. Really needs to disable steering on. Can I? No, but I don't get to see the here. But it isn't very far. Now, where would I want to put that? Make the cargo bay longer, maybe? Might just do that. In which case I'd probably want to go with the smaller cargo bay. Right on the end. Yeah. Ah, okay, we do have the seismograph, whatever it's called. side. I think it makes most sense to put it in the cargo bay somewhere. There. Kind of works. Alternatively, here we can fit there. That balanced? Probably. Now, it's on. In. Probably move the wings back a bit. Okay. Center of mass is ahead of center of lift. Although that's quite possibly including these ones. Maybe not. It is a bit hard to tell where the actual center of lift is on the thing. Which is changing where the center of lift is. We'll want the helicopter place to be directly on top of the center of mass in any case. Keep them open for now because I do want to do other things. 5 toggle bay doors. Next to collect all signs. Lock temperature. Yes, run atmosphere analysis. I think that's only once per body though. I don't think that's bio-independent. Where did the scanner go? That's not the right one, science. Okay. Good idea to also image storage. It makes sense. Could do something like this maybe. Now, and collect all signs. Cabinet access of 8. Big one is sticking out. Try to move things around. Put into that one. Oh, let's get rid of the central mass. Safe now. More one to the side and in the center. Okay, somewhere else. Slide for now. Oh. Enter. Not quite, but nearly. A bit more. That might be enough. Okay. One and in now. Yeah, one small one. One at the bottom there. Not clipping anywhere. Nope. Good. Now, mystery key. Put on both sides. So, that should hopefully do. And prop controller. This is a helicopter controller. Don't need rear prop controller anymore. Now then. One more time, look at the center of mass. Yeah, fairly balanced. About right, I just remembered. Makes sense. What? Thought for a second it changed where the center of mass was. Save, and see if I can remember how to fly this thing. SAS on, it's a good start. Now, oh, throttle is for forward movement. There we go. Up. Hello. Welcome. We are flying. Bring on the forward props. And oh, wrong way. Should have. There we go. Well, that should have put the helicopter blades into neutral. Currently are being used. This is Kerbal Space Program. I am, however, not really going into space quite at the moment. Instead, I am making a plane. Helicopter plane. So I am planning to put this on another planet, but just want to test it out first. So you can see, yeah, we're getting to nearly 100 meters a second. Yep, this is all stock, vanilla. Using the 2 DLC, but apart from that it's stock. And a lot of this is being done with cow controllers. Yeah, getting over 100 meters a second now. I'm going to see if I can land it on the helipads. KSC. Let's try to get this. Okay, let's bring the throttle back. I've got the throttle bound to this cowl controller. It controls the pitch of the blades, how much torque, and the EM limit. I mean, mostly it's just the pitch of the blades, so it's actually doing the heavy lifting, but still. Let's throttle down a bit more. Yeah, I am looking at YouTube comments as well. You're about right. Yeah, also just trying to pilot this. 50 meters a second. How well does it slow down? Let's throttle down a bit more. I think that's going to be losing most of it, so let's bring the helicopter blades back on. Okay, yeah, we are slowing down. Electric charge is starting to go down though. Let's go a bit further forwards. Props. Might be going down, but we do have plenty still. Charge. Still. Turn a bit. Bring the throttle all the way down. The forward lift negative. Ah, that's right. I remember that. I think they're rotated slightly default. Now, a bit further forwards. Not quite sure why we're going. Oh, we're tilted. That's why we got left. And let's now bring the helicopter blades down. Forward slightly. Correct it. Oh, we're rotated slightly. And now let's try to go down. I'm Wattam. Into my stream. That's not bad. Let's get a bit closer. So if I'm able to click on these blades, you can actually see little vertical lift. Interesting. Let's slow it down. I think 9 will bring it to neutral, and K will bring it to slightly up. Try to pitch a bit to get to the helipads. It's the hard part. KSP helicopters are notoriously difficult. But I pulled it too early, didn't I? There we go. I would say that's a successful landing. Ah. Brought 2 pilots along for this. I mean, I guess test flight and all, it makes sense. Cover the vessel. And start preparing to send it to Eve. So, if we pull up the contracts, we need to scan a volcanic rock with an arm, pancake dome, and make ground contact and splash down. So I think those are the deliver all from Eve and deliver it to Gilly. Yeah, that not immediately. Those are the ones that you're going to be aiming for with this helicopter. But we will need some other things on that trip. Including communication satellites, and I will want one satellite to do scanning. So, Eve is the equivalent of Venus in real life. It's a very gassy planet. So, we've got 2 spaces on the helicopter, so we should bring at least 2 passengers. It's got crew capacity 1, that's crew capacity 3. I thought there was one on crew capacity 2. Ah, there it is. Let's see now. Do I have... Yes, I got the Delta V not map mode. You can see we will need to get about 3,500 to get out of Kerbal orbit, off from Kerbal and into orbit. Another 900 Delta V to get to escape. And then between 90 and 430, I think, to get an intercept with Eve. Another 80 days... 80 Delta V, be able to get down to Eve itself. And it says 1,300 and 8,000 Delta V. That's if you're doing a rocket landing, or takeoff for that matter. But we should be able to just use parachutes, so that will be... we won't need to do that final amount. Parachutes and heat shields. Now, we might be stranding to Kerbals Fair. That is a minor issue. So I think let's start off with the Mark II command pod. This will be how we're getting our Kerbals out to Eve. In terms of crew, let's bring a pilot. Do I bring an engineer? So I mean, I've got SAS controls on thing. So scientists be able to reset things. Go for the lowest one. And yeah. Jordan, Kerman and Hadbert, but Kerman are on this mission. Now, how do I want to do this? Another option, use something like a lander can, then pushing a docking port on top. Mark II lander can. Yeah, it's also got 2 crew capacity. Let's just put the crew back in. 2 pilots, the engineer and the scientist. And let's go ahead and put a docking port senior on top. Because this will connect to our transfer stage, that's what I'm thinking. Which will basically just be a big plug. get us to which case let's go size 2. Get a big old nose cone on there. Parachutes on in case we want to abort. And one of propellants on board, so it'd be good to bring some RCS thrusters. Question is which one? Let's go for the big one. 4 times. So do you have space in doors as well if we want to attach something in there? It's probably good to put some SAS on. What else do we want? Payload space. 5 meter. Let's flip it upside down. Leave that for now. We will, I think about it, probably want some kind of probe core on this. Hello, welcome back. Had internet issues last time. Working again now. Just currently figuring out what to put. Yeah, it is big. To get to Eve with our heliplane. Be about the right size, but it doesn't get the target one. Ensign, I don't. But that's too large. You have that there, and put into stage nodes. The question is the helicopter small enough to fit in here? It won't be this one because it's in the spaceplane hangar. You were here last week. I was making a helicopter plane, which I'll show you now. This thing, or you might have seen an earlier version, which was this thing. Oh, that looks hideous. I mean, I guess to be fair, the new one doesn't look much better. Okay. It's probably last week that you were here, but oh well. Don't think it would have been the week before that. In any case, let's make this part. Oops. What? Can I not make it the root part? Oh. Maybe I can do engine plate then? Let's think into engine plates. docking port behind it. Now, should be able to put things... Good, so we should be able to attach this to... UV rocket now, if it... let's go to sub-assemblies. Go. And... oh, no, first of all, select cargo and drop this in here. There's the Eve heliplane 2. Okay, now if we switch back, mode to Eve 1. Now, question is, can I build a fairing around it? No, I cannot. Okay. This is going to be difficult. This might need its own plane, its own launch vehicle. Battery life? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Guess for now this will be before the relays. So we'll also need to attach that's going to be difficult because I'm going to need to put heat shields on that. Not actually safely get it down to the surface. Might be needing more than one heat shield just to ensure that it doesn't flip over. I should have some relays. That's called Ethernet. Do I already have an Eve relays network? I think I've only got one around Gilly. It's possible that I have one around E. Now to go to Eve. Oh, we've just got the flyby probe. Gilly's one that has relays. So that does remind me that I need to put a new one in. Now that the station's been no longer in sync. Okay, so one more of these, and then 3 for proper. But getting it to really might be a bit difficult. Have a look again. How much delta V does this thing have? Make this root part, and to couple this, 1900, but if we go into vacuum, 1889. I need to make that larger. Okay, that might be enough to get it to Gilly itself. I also don't think the 5 meters is really going to cut it. Out it. This part, there we go, and remove this one. Now, go into payload 3, put in stage nodes on this, on here. I'm not too sure about that one either. Got 5 meters. Be able to fit 4 of these on. So if I go over to 5 meters, engine plate. Disable interstage nodes on the bottom, then I should be able to have 4 and 1, but just overlapping. If I, that's the largest engine plate I have available. It's a 5 meter. Yeah. How did I? Might have been using structural parts. Except, no, definitely not that. What I could do is multiple of these airstream thingies. Might work. Go back to 2 meters. Upside down. Just to anything? No, of course I can't because it's not for a part. That needs to be reparting. Now I should be able to disconnect them. Now if I put on interstage nodes, can I copy this? Not quite. Okay, so on meter. Nodes. Now, yep, this fits in. I mean, I guess only just really. So let's put in a decoupler. And get rid of the interstage. So also attach bottom. It's a bit small. Let's make it a bit larger. Too large. 1.8 is probably also too large. The engine in this game is completely broken. It produces too much thrust to its ISP. I think I also tested this one, and the extra... don't think it gave that much extra specific impulse, or that much extra delta V in the vacuum. Because the mass of nuclear engines is very high, is the issue. Nuclear engines are very powerful, in their own way, but they do have their own drawbacks, which sometimes come into play. There we go. I'll be right one. And let's set the force percent down to 0. Now, copy that. Whole thing up. But also, I feel like this is the first time I've heard that nuclear engines have too much thrust. If anything, I hear they're an absolute pain to burn. Now, we did originally want to have another one to bring to Gilly. Fuel nuclear engines use pure hydrogen, which is very, not dense. Yeah, if it's the nerve drive that you're talking about, I mean, in terms of density of, so I still got the delta V map. Okay. In terms of density of how much thrust they give, the H Orion drive is certainly up there. So either the KSP one is called Nerva or the real life one is Nerva. Yeah, okay, the Nerva drive. It's the I think they tested it not too long ago. It had been planned for quite a long time, but no one really wanted to spend money on actually putting it up into space and testing it. And I think the specific impulse on this is based off of the expected values. Yeah, 800 in vacuum. Yeah, I think that's when it was originally designed, but I think they only actually tested it in space like last 5 years or something. I'm gonna look this up. Engine development program around for nearly 2 decades. The program ended in January 73. Yeah. Yeah, they're revisiting it currently. Yeah, the Wikipedia article's probably not going to talk about the revisiting of it. Maybe. I mean, to be fair, their expected ISP is something like 800, but you don't even need to get nuclear to really get necessarily that high. I think tri-propellants get you in the 600s. Quickly scrolling through the Wikipedia article. Yeah, I'm not... post-Nova research, maybe? 20 2013, an engine for interplanetary travel from Earth orbit to Mars orbit and back was studied, with focus on nuclear thermal rocket. Molten nuclear can get over 1,400, okay. Okay, I'm seeing something, maybe. Okay, just for revisiting it, I think. In 2023, DARPA announced they would collaborate on the development of a nuclear thermal rocket engine that would be tested in space to develop nuclear propulsion capability. Okay, just that they've announced it. Not seeing anything there saying that they put it into space. Okay. I haven't looked into molten nuclear engines. Yeah. What's the expected ISP for Orion drive, let alone the H Orion drive? Let's try to find ISP. No, that finds displays, of course it does. 2,000. And under the original design, and perhaps 4,000 to 6,000 for Orion drive. In the later 1968 fusion bomb proposal, potentially increasing this to more than 75,000 specific impulse. Oh, no nuclear in space yet. Only that one nuke the US did in space. Yeah. Okay, let's build a fairing. There we go. And finally this one. Yep. I don't know why we're bothering with these chemical engines when we could be blasting off with the power of nuclear weapons. I remember with the early KSP2 concept stuff that they were thinking, oh yeah, Orion drives for interplanetary travel. If only. Maybe before I did those, I should have checked. Yeah. Couplers. Yes, the Orion drive is the nuclear bomb dispensing engine. Posen research, that was what I was reading up with the original design giving a specific impulse of 2,000 seconds, with a future proposed design of between 4,000 to 6,000 seconds. And the hydrogen Orion drive would be 75,000 seconds, a specific impulse. Just insane. Now, there are certainly problems with an Orion drive. You probably don't want to use it while taking off from the surface of a planet. Probably. But I'm sure that's no issue. think what I'll do, as a precaution, is and then we can bind that to port, and then also deploy shoots. First time you've seen someone live stream KSP? There's definitely other people, but I do think it goes through quite a bit of a drought. I think also most of them stream on Twitch. Yeah, YouTube discovery for streams is kind of not all that great, so yeah. And yeah, KSP is in a drought. There's definitely some of the bigger YouTubers or streamers aren't streaming as often. I don't know the last time I've seen a Scott Manley stream on KSP at least. And what is it? Alarm, I think. Not sure if he streams. He definitely does YouTube videos still. And going back to KSP1. I'm KSP2. What could have been? Now, I think the thing is just getting this into space. Can I fit Anon? I don't think I will be able to. Because if I want to actually boost this up into orbit, yeah, it's only into stage nodes, which don't go down far enough. It needs to be its own launch, which means I can't solidly attach it. Welcome, so yeah, welcome Jupiter and Trainmaster. You know New Origins? I've seen it, I haven't actually played any of it. That's probably another good one for after KSP. No, I'm not on 2 meters. What am I up to? Size 4? Is on mobile? Hello, yeah, so welcome Train, I'm Atom, I play strategy, space stuff, yeah. I'm not good at intros. I'm currently trying to get a mission to Eve. In particular, I am trying to bring this helicopter plane to Eve. Could I put it in? It might fit. The question is then, how do I attach it? You'll see if things KSP2 is just a scam. Yeah, definitely don't buy it now. At one point in time, probably wasn't a scam. There is no active development. It almost certainly won't be actively developed. Do not buy. It had an amount of promise, and the company that owned it certainly wasn't helping. It had issues. It had issues. and I've seen some of the things people have done modded. Like, the only thing it had going for it over stock KSP really was better graphics. Much more buggy. But even on the graphics front, there's mods which I've seen which can do pretty incredible things. Performance? Are you saying that was a positive or a negative of KSP2? Yeah. 2 frames a second on NAS computers? Might not be too far off. If they take to explain why their new 2D platform runs at 12 FPS on a 4090, yeah. I mean, I heard they also, we'll see in 2023, I heard they also had, with the game company basically preventing any of the developers from talking to anyone in the original team, not being able to learn from them in any way. 2020. Yeah. I mean, on the one hand, pandemic, but on the other hand, even if there wasn't a pandemic, it probably wasn't going to work out. I mean, almost certainly wasn't. I had been waiting to buy it. I'd been thinking, once they get the colony stuff, then maybe I'd think about it. Did I dox myself? I don't think I did. Absolute mess. The original creator didn't even have any communication with the project. From what I heard, the like developers were basically prevented from talking to the original creators. Like, Take-Two went, no, you're not going to talk to them. It's like, but why? Don't buy it, wait till it gets out of early access. That's a joke, it will never be out of early access. Ask what my name was? Yeah, I didn't answer that. You're looking back in the early stuff here. It's made in Unity? Yep, I have heard that. I also saw on a video recently, it was talking about, I think it was Kepler's equations. I actually saw the original creator for KSP1 in the comments there describing how the KSP handled the Kepler equations. Quite interesting to read. Now, what I was doing here, I don't want that. Okay, let's put that there for now. I wonder if perhaps go with a small decoupler on here somewhere. It would need I'd need to put something to attach to. Like cranes. What was that? ASDF? I remember that old thing. KSP runs on a 20-year-old PC, KSP2 crippled on modern hardware, yeah. I mean, to be fair, when you put enough graphics mod on KSP, it probably does the same thing to modern hardware. Let's see. For just time, symmetry. Something like that. With structural fuselage. I need to fix the rotation. it is hard to tell, but I think that it was make sure that it was actually vertical from absolute. No, it looks like it was absolute. If makes you, thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Was my thought process making this? Which part of this? A helicopter plane? I want a plane to be able to fly Eve fast and not have to deal with helicopter stuff, and a helicopter so that I can take off vertically and land vertically. And so, because it's a plane, it needs wings. Because it's taking off vertically, I can put the wheels far back to get a more stable base. And yeah, because I also need to do some scanning stuff for contracts. These thrusters, but it's Eve! I mean, sure, I could put like a mining drill or something, but I want to be able to just keep using it. Yeah, I mean, rotating... I've had issues with rotating parts, especially on larger craft. Servos don't lock well. Could rotate for propellers. Could rotate for propellers. Okay. Now, vertical thrusters. I do have another space plane which has that. But I mean, something different as well. Okay. Now, let's. Oh, finding the center of mass of this is going to be fun. Now let's just put it so. That. And so if I go over here, back to space plane hangar, catamaran. No, I want a different version of this. My Minmus one. Here we go. So, if you look under here, bring this up. I do have an aerospike in there. This is for taking off of Minmus. Now seen all my past live streams. I think I do have a short or something, or like a small YouTube video, where I show this taking off from Minmus. Yeah, it turns out, you know, RCS ports, okay in space, not quite enough for taking off of Minmus. And trying to take off horizontally with just a single nerve engine wasn't working all that great, so I just entered up sideways, basically. Not getting world record? Did I say RCE? I meant RCS. I might have said RCE. I wasn't thinking of him, but yeah. Meant RCS. Got to 56 kilometers of helicopter? Really? Huh. On Kerbin or somewhere else? I want to go space plane. Back to the Eve stuff. Now, this will be a challenge. That down. I think I will need to. Actually, let's go to 5 meter. Not. maybe I haven't unlocked it. Real Civil Engineer, I think it is. RCE. That's not right airstream. That's 4, yeah, okay. Oh, there it was, I just didn't see it. Okay. So if I put this in here, and then it's that. Now that I think about it, the helicopter blade should be the center of mass. You'd be able to basically just do that. That would be the center of mass. And I'd build the fairing around it. And that could work. Totally. Do I do that though? Rainbow Frog's world land speed record. I don't think I'd be good at that. That does not look centered. That looks more centered. Let's attach here. Then I should be able to put something else underneath there. Nice. It just needs to be small. Beautiful structural. So, what was it called? These things, yes. Structural tubes. I'm not sure how strong they are. Well, it's 50 Gs compared to 50 Gs. 10 meters a second, 9 meters a second. Probably about the same. These you can stretch out. Okay, is that the one who has the speed record? I don't recognize the name. I might have just forgotten. I feel like I've... See, does not have a speed record. So I remember seeing the speed record a number of years ago. I don't know if that same person still has the speed record. How am I doing it like this? I can't see the helicopter blades to know if that is actually centered. Ooh, that's an idea. Actually, still place something? No. I think... Sacrifice Jeb. I don't know where Jeb is. I think Jeb has been left off planet for quite a while in the space station. Outland speed record so fast. It stays on the ground. It's the drag from the wings keeping it to the ground. It's twice orbital velocity. Wow. But that does also remind me of the kind of glitched vessel that orbits at, I think it's 8 kilometers up or something, just barely high enough to go above the mountains. So they put an engine plate within a fairing, so it doesn't have any drag, and so it can just orbit at 8 kilometers up. That was retracted. Actually, first of all, structural. So, let's put a bunch of struts in. Maybe hope that that's enough. My hope's not high, to be honest. Oh. Yeah, that's a thing. I kind of forgot about that. Oh, I can disable transfer, can't I? Yes. Clearly not cheating. While I remember that. Trust off of that. Oh. You're heading off? Okay, see you. And stare at the star. Don't do that. I mean, 2 plus 2 in base 3. No, that would be 21. No, I can't think of a way that 2 plus 2 is equal to 22, sorry. Plus 2 in base 3, or which is one more than base, so it'll be 21. Two 2's added together is just 2 2's next to each other. I guess if you add strings of 2's. One thing I'm not sure about is, now that I've removed the truss structure, does that keep things connected if I strut thing? I'm gonna launch this to test it out. I don't know how many parts this has. It's probably not good. But oh well. If you're not staring at the sun, but staring at the sum, that's okay then. Okay, yeah, no, we can just have floating things. Cool, that's good to know. And deploy that fairing. Yep, we can just have floating things. That's good to know. If we pull up the... yeah. 323, that's... okay, I think. Hopefully. I was gonna say maybe put lights on, but landing gear have lights. Hopefully that will be enough. I should have a way to detach that. I think. I should also have a way to actually get this heat shield on to this thing. Should have thought of that. How much spare room do I have in the fairing? I got... it looks like I have room. And if I open shield, does that now have a point I can attach to? It does. I see. No wait, no, I've got the engine plate. That's what's giving me the node. Okay, that makes sense. Put the engine plate back, right? Click in the right place. Right. Oh, okay. Onto, yep. First we'll attach import and then bring it down to shore. I guess we can close the shield then. And do I have? Yes, I do. Playable heat shield. Okay, good. Oh, that sticks out. Ah. That is a slightly a thing. That makes sense. I'm gonna guess we can't go inside of a cargo part, can we? Bigger one. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, so they will just have to go on something else. Where I put it? I'm getting a new one. Something. Then actually, I'm not I don't think I can easily engineer to that. Yeah, this one says cargo part. There's something cannot be placed in a storage container but can be manipulated in EVA construction. Meanwhile, this heat shield doesn't even have that. Okay. I think we're gonna have to put this on its own craft then. Vehicle. Unfortunately. So, how am I going to do that? I think probably if I go to coupling, yes. So maybe here instead. So 3 separate launches. Let's save that. Go into sub-assemblies and go temp heavy plane. And now this. How much mass do I have? 24 tons, only 24 tons, okay. Not too bad. I called this for wide booster. It doesn't feel very wide anymore. That feels a bit ridiculous for what it's launching. It looks way too small, but what I'm launching is very light. Relatively speaking. Able into stage nodes here. There we go. Oh. Right, never mind. Need to keep into stage nodes. Looks absurd. Yes, it does. 80 kiloton. That looks more reasonable. Still looks very absurd. That's KSP. I do not trust that to have enough control authority. Yes, I've got 80 kiloton boosters. This is an 80 kiloton booster. 80 ton. Low KO. Or I'm used to another game where, yes, you are doing things in kilotons. Yep, no, this is just an 80 ton low Kerbal orbit booster. That does in fact make more sense. No, I'm thinking Terra and Victor, all the units are in decatons. Not kilotons. Or is it Aurora 4X? That's what it uses for kilotons. Pretty sure. Or no, that's just what I measure everything in. Kilotons. So you very quickly go over 1,000 tons in that game. But yes, that game has the advantage of there is no Newtonian physics in it. Which certainly makes the space calculations a lot easier. So you just ignore them. Yes, back to... I was going to say reality. KSP is not good at reality either. It is more accurate though than a lot of other things. Okay, let's put that there for now. Let's not have a fairing expansion, thank you. .000055 kilotons. Okay. Well, that makes more sense. And I'm going to assume metric tons here. There we go. That's as high up as we can go. Okay. That's a shame. Let's go 6 times symmetry. Sides. Yeah, attach to parachutes. That seems like a great idea. A bit further along. Probably better. Oh, that's fat fairing. What fairing? Oh, upwards, right. Trying to go for some tallest rocket world record or something? No. It's just that we can't... Going wider than 5 meters is hard. I mean, how do we spread them out well? It's certainly a shape. I probably been able to get further. I don't have procedural parts now, just almost going stock. I think the only mod I have is Planet Shine. Though I am thinking of picking up a mod for like being able to do faster time warp stuff. Symmetry. 4 times symmetry kind of ends up with it going into the side boosters. Yeah, just go 2 times symmetry on this. Pins in. Save that. Right, I got Scatterer, not so much because of Scatterer, but because of the annoying visual glitch with the shadows intersecting themselves. And CCAN's just the mod manager thing. How's it going? I am launching the first part into space. Do I have the right crew? I probably don't have the right crew, do I? Pilot and pilot. No, that's not who I need. Let's revert that. Go away, pilots, you're not needed. Engineer, scientist, let's go with that. So, I do have a plan in case it crashes. I do have an emergency abort system. Now, it doesn't have jet Bill, Bob, and Val. I've got a whole bunch of Kerbals mining on various different places, so they're probably in one of the stations. So yeah, that annoying flickering there, it was a lot worse without Scatterer. Now, how do I... Let's just aim camera up top. So yes, if anything goes wrong, I forgot to put a probe core in. The idea is if anything goes wrong, I can just show the abort action. The couple, and the parachutes get deployed. And they totally get pushed to safety. I certainly hope the parachutes actually deploy. I will add those. In just a moment. But see, it's working. It's working. Totally working. It's almost off the side of a rocket. We were safe. Very safe. Ta-da! I am also realizing I forgot to put probe core on. See, they're totally safe. There's no risk at all if an emergency happens. Let's put the... Okay, first of all, I will need structural attachment points. Let's just go for symmetry so the mass is balanced. Yep, and I haven't updated the shutdown the engine part, but I normally do. Have something? Okay, I guess I have to find the... And... But let's put a battery on for good measure. And, Launchpad needs an escape system at that point. Ah! So there is a way around doing that, and that's just to not actually enable one of them. The alternative is, of course... oh, what? Okay, I think it... Oh, it removed this from symmetry, yeah. Didn't remove the probe core that was on it from symmetry. And probably just put it in inline reaction wheel. Does that still fit in the doors? Yes. Single big probe core, don't use little sideways ones. Actually, I guess I can fit it underneath here. It doesn't look neat though. So, I mean, I can use control from the lander can, is the thing. I can control using the probe core, but just use the lander can. I could part clip, but at that point, So, when they see this rocket, okay. I feel like at that point it's too late. They've already seen the rocket if they're in the crew commands module. Wanting right separatrons. Yeah. Now I do wonder, can I get them in the doors? Answer to that is probably no. That's clipping in a bit too much for my liking, I think. There. Those will be sticking out. Yeah, okay. In that case, I might as well just touch them directly on. On in mirror mode. And rotate so it's slightly up. You can put that on the... not on stage, oops, on a board. Good engine, and then down here, on the engines. Look like space station parts. Yeah, I guess at that point we're just adding decoration rather than actual anything useful. That's probably fine then. What are they like performance-wise? Oh. Can you choose what you add with stock alike? Be fine there. I should probably add some salt. Maybe I can put in these. No. So much to choose from. Oh, okay, I didn't know you could choose which ones to add in. Just put in almost like this. Take it off of mirror mode. Like that. Look. Correct parts. You install a whole mod and you get tons of modules. Okay. That's how I thought it worked. I was surprised it seemed like you were saying that you could choose what you added in. I might have a look at it. Yeah, it's possibly fine. Let's launch. I'm sure this will not possibly go wrong. this time launch. I mean, I'm gonna jinx myself saying this, but it's not wobbling yet. All is right with the world. Guess just check the staging. That doesn't seem right. What's that? Seriously, what is that? Yeah, that I want to see what that is. Here, I think. White unsharpened pencil. Engine plate? Which engine plate? One was an engine plate. No separation. Okay, let's just litter the launch pad. Where is this thing? I have an engine plate on this thing. Not seeing anything in here. I don't have my plane on this one. That's doing something weird. Antimatter harvesting mission? No. I am sending a helicopter to the Venus equivalent in KSP. So they've got a missing... got an engine plate. Something decoupling, but I don't know where it was. Maybe it was in here? Where's the control? Oh, yes. Yeah, okay, this is where it was. I clicked wrong one. Was there a reason I wanted to be in here? I don't think there was. 100 parachutes because this thing is heavy and will probably be coming back with a lot of fuel. Those all separate. Where's this one? There. That needs to go. Second one. Save that. I feel like there's something else I wanted. Might have been launch clamps. I did have spaces on the side there for a reason. Let's make that. Go. Yep. So these parachutes aren't going to Eve's atmosphere is the thing. And in fact, I'm not using parachutes to get to Eve. I've got a helicopter plane thing. There's my main Eve lander. So it's just going to be flying in. I'll attach some heat shields to get it to a safe place in Eve's atmosphere. But apart from that, hopefully I'll be flying. Okay, that feels like maybe that's leaning. Maybe I'm wrong? Maybe I was better on the ground. NSAS on. Thrust up at maximum. 1.52. It's fine. Yeah, that seems stable enough. DLC, yeah, it was breaking ground, I think. Shattered all the robotic stuff, and in that also included like propellers and stuff. Okay, yeah, that's not doing too badly. Maybe you could do a bit faster with gravity turn, but it is fairly long. Side tanks. And yeah, I've got enough thrust weight ratio on the second stage, we're good. It's a bit below the 90-degree mark. Now I'm a bit above the 90-degree mark. 91 degrees, that will do fine. Ooh, nope, nope. Nope, nope, okay. Too much. I'm not at an Eve transfer yet. I'm probably going to leave him in orbit for a year. But hey, we can test the, abort. They're safe. 20 kilometers up, but they're safe. Might be slightly sick, but they're safe. Flash. I mean, perhaps I could have checked that the separatrons were in line with mass. Uh, 4.5 meters a second, 600 meters, but then divided by 4. That would take about 40 seconds? Actually, I mean, might be able to... No, I can't spin it over. Oh well. Hello. I call this a success. You know, all the Kerbals are still alive. Coming in for a nice soft landing. That's a success. Kerbal engineering at its finest. The doors are still open. But also probably close those before launch. Yeah, suborbital hop. Exactly. We were testing the stability of the rocket as a whole, and even under outside of mission parameter situations where the rocket has gone sideways, it stayed intact. It didn't fall apart. So that was totally a success. User error? No, 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 no. Intentional system testing before the actual mission sends them off for a long time. Oh, good, they're already back in. So, after absolutely nothing went wrong last time, I'm sure absolutely nothing wrong will go this time. Might go for less of a gravity turn. I need an Eve transfer to save tons of fuel. Yes. That has not been designed yet, though. Training exercise. Training exercise, stability testing. Yeah, so if you look at the top, if I can camera up the top and close the doors, you can see we have a Clamptron docking port, senior here. Oh well. SAS on, thrust up max, yep. KSP, random burn to Eve is less than getting to orbit. Launch again. RSS? Is that the real space one? Got what it's called. Yeah, let's go for a bit more vertical. And pin the fuel tank to that. Real solar system, yep. From memory, they rotated the entire solar system so that you would have the inclination that Earth does. But because of how the engine works, you can only really, there were some complications with that as well. So Earth is the only one that's inclined like that. I forget. It's been a long time since I remember hearing about that. Engines are almost, side boosters are almost done, so let's go prograde. But we're almost done. Oh, there we go. Drop from off the side. Now, hopefully not spin over. Emphasis on the hopefully. No, if we get up into space, then it will be easy to circularize. And I still have 3.2 kilometers a second to actually circularize with. Physics warp a bit. Yeah, I know I do, but the last time I turned more, well, you saw what happened. As long as I get into space, I don't need to worry about aerodynamic drag making me lose control. Get a bit higher on the apoapsis. That should do it. Oh, I still had it on prograde control. Now, sideways a bit. Keep the apoapsis above 71. Might just get more horizontally. This is designed to be able to boost about 4 times the mass into orbit, so I've got plenty of extra fuel. Not too steep, the SLS does something similar. Yeah, I mean, I will probably get apoapsis up to about 80k. I might want to actually burn above the horizon. Make sure that I don't fall back too quickly. Okay. Yeah, that's actually working out now. Good. Uh, I'm at an awkward point. Few kilometers above sea level, tap the D button to... Yeah, I've been doing that. And normally I do more of a gravity turn. Normally I'm going around 30 degrees by the time I'm at 50 kilometers. That will do the camera thing. Yeah. I've got plenty of apparatus to spare. Let's just get through the atmosphere here. Should be fine. Rockets look like sticks. Yeah. I've got plenty of other boosters that I use. This one is the only one that was really large and wide enough to make this not look comically ridiculous. It already looks comically ridiculous, but it was even worse. The other ones. But this one has plenty of extra delta V, so I was fine with going more vertically since it gave more control. Yeah, I mean, I've done quite a lot of contracts at this point, so I have the spare budget to waste. At some point, I might regret that. But at the moment, I think I'm sitting with 3.5 million in the bank. And we are going back up. Good. Almost out of atmosphere. More horizontally challenged on the Ares 10. Career mode. Go. Me. Science from you. Yeah, career mode was a bit of a struggle at the beginning to get all the funds you want to do your things. And yeah, I like the contracts system as well. Like one of the main reasons I'm doing this mission to begin with is because I'm wanting to scan a rover arm on Eve of a few different things. Come on. Point at the target. You can do it. Point at the target. There we go. Okay, see ya. Have a good one. 20 seats on a booster with wheels. Oh no. Actually, while I'm here, just undock that. I put that into orbit, didn't I? Yeah, I'm pointing towards prograde. I totally shot that into orbit, not into suborbit. Oh, that feels rough. Let's get to the point of the target again. Save, and then time warp a bit more. Good enough. Okay, so we've got this up in orbit now. So I think let's get the solar panels out, and then start working with the next stage. Oh, I just realized one of the other things I wanted to bring was the polar scanner thing. Maybe I can bring it up with the plane? I haven't used xenon gas yet. Maybe I use that for the polar one. I guess the question is, do I get into orbit and then detach it? Probably. Yeah, I probably get into orbit and then detach it. So let's go new. Go back to and on this I'm going to need probably communitron of some kind. Probably do. I'm doing that. I'll probably want a fair bit of solar. I am going further towards the sun, so solar, big solar is probably good enough. I'm doing xenon gas, and then survey scanners. Sometimes symmetry. Now. I put science on it? I don't know. Maybe just some things. Guess I get a contract for them. What else? Probably good to get a automaton fee. I think that's all I really need. Thermometer, right? Yep. That should be good then. So now I just need gotta go by resource. Xenon gas? Okay, yeah, those are the only three. In which case I'm probably using this. In which case I probably not using the other. Way to filter engine by. Don't use this menu all that often. I don't think this is it. Why do they have that? Comet drill and asteroid drill, they're just the same thing. I don't think I need radiators. I just need so if I'm using this, then I should use the battery banks of the same size. Something like that. Vacuum. I think that's enough delta V. Now... is that enough solar panels? Which ones? This gets me 8.3 a second. Also 8.3. Or I could go with the really massive ones. How much does the engine use per second? 8.74 per second? Okay. Explain why double A batteries are considered aerospace grade? Because aerospace has 2 A's in it. Let's go with that. What I could do is templates. And then go double attach nodes, I think. Fit more? Yeah, can. My trust looking like 0.24. 0.14, okay. Okay. I go back to touch nodes. One. 1.1. Yeah. How much was it again? It was 8.74 per second. Excuse me. 74 per second compared to 3 a second, which, considering we'll be around Eve, is hopefully enough, I think. So, if you give us some naming, is Eve. Polar. And put that low priority. And actually, probably a good idea to have it as a relay antenna. Like that. Nothing seems to be interfering. Lights on it. Like that. It will do. What will be for the 2G? Oh, I think I'm going for 15G. Could go smaller, but I think this is fine. I've got 10, nearly 10 kilometers a second. Delta V. Is that enough to do the inclination change? I used to have calculator, these kinds of things. Like I made a Google Sheets calculator. Don't know if it still works. I will just see if I can get an online calculator. Inclination change calculator. Yeah, that just goes. That doesn't care about inclination. YouTube remove content you reported. Yeah. I don't think they've done that for me yet. I mean, the VODs you see on videos do eventually get removed. What is it? If I just show you what I'm looking at, let me bring up. So I can add in scene, I guess. Not a scene, no. What do I do? Capture. Off. And transition. So this is what I'm currently looking up at. 4.73 for simple plane change. Okay, 4.73. There. Okay. Velocity before and after the burn. Sign of angle change. So, ooh, are they using? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I will set it to degrees rather than try to put in pi divided by 2. Nope. How do I change it on this calculator that I'm using? Oh, there. Okay, so sine of 45 degrees gets me 0.7. Multiply that by 2, and then large circular orbit around Eve. As for baseline, up Eve, I guess. Oh, great. Huh. I guess for fandom, yeah. Ooh. I could just look in the game, couldn't I? What am I looking for? I don't even know what I'm looking for. Sphere of influence, maybe? Sphere of influence. 85 thousand kilometers. So speed of a maybe 60,000 kilometer orbit. Do that maybe. Calculating things on stream is not easy. Let's just ignore it then. Could do. This would be. That. Leave and then go to the thing that I have in orbit already. Adverse, oops, no. Not the ones I wanted to press. Brave, I guess. Velocity 500 meters a second. And if I climb up a bit. I mean, if I'm going a kilometer a second, that's... I'm being 1.4 kilometers a second to do inclination change. I don't think I'll need that much. So what I have should be overkill. Go back to the assembly building. That's taking longer to load than I expected. Okay. Now this, let's bring this to shore. I will want 3 meter, upside down, make it root part, spin it right way up, into stage node, then I can put something on the other side. I will probably need a couple of these. Can't duplicate it from there because it's for a part. Meter, yeah. On also in stage node. The other one should be stage node. I will need to... No, this has an inbuilt decoupler, doesn't it? Okay. Don't need that decoupler either. No, not switch editor. I need the... Not search. I would have thought it searched the subassembly. Yep. Now, you should be able to put in... Ah, we also need a way to dock. It's not going to be happening there. I also need to put in... I don't think I can just attach like that because also be needing heat shields. I am realizing I could put something like a coupler like this on, one of these the couplers on, and then attach heat shield to that. Looks like that's a concept that never got funded. I could believe it. I mean, have you seen the more fuel efficient plane that had what are they called? Almost like struts attached to them. 2.5 meter to coupler. Yep. A lot of nicer things aren't funded, yeah. Also, tracked. I do also wonder, can temporarily, I see, yeah, inflate. Slightly concerning. I don't believe I've got... Oops. I think there might be something outside of a heat shield there. Oop. Ah. And I'll need it something like up here. %5% of USA's annual budget? Like NASA's budget or the US government's budget? Is that the oblique things you're talking about specifically? Touching that. I need do something structural, I guess. Go with one of these modular girder segments, and then put the coupler on the side of this. Attach it, make that the coupler of a part. Oh. You could do that. Oh, NASA as a whole receives 0.5% of US annual budget, yeah. 0.4%? Should be more like 200% of the US budget. You get to Mars in a year. I mean, yeah, the difficult part of spending 200% of a budget to get to Mars in a year is the travelling to Mars part. Fair enough. Did I just make the Minecraft villager sound? Maybe I was laughing. Not that I'm aware of. I would like this to couple the opposite way though. How do I... Oh my... Questioning. Manifold work, or maybe a... Get rid of that one. Start again. One of these on, and try putting on one of these. Maybe one of these will work instead. Let me do the thing I want to do. No. Okay, well, in that case... Ah. Name of brand new means of propulsion. Difficult part is figuring out how much of a project's budget should actually be your salary. Probably 90% of US politicians. Yeah. Attach machine guns to a tube. Now you have a rocket. There is an XKCD what if that's how many machine guns do you need to make a jetpack? I think in turn was based off of a game. I don't know what the game's based off of. Which would be awesome. You need quite a few machine guns to actually be able to launch yourself though. Because, you know... Yeah, jetpack joyride. I think there's a machine gun thing on that. Anyone know how I can attach the coupler the opposite way around? Yeah, the difficulty with machine gun jetpack is that you have to carry the machine guns with you and all of the ammo with you. And so if you know KSP and you know the rocket equation, yeah. In order to get enough thrust to lift yourself, you need massive amounts of guns. I would rather have it so that I don't have anything on the plane afterwards, although I guess I could detach it using the engineer. You then just attach it nowhere? No. But for now, I will just do... basically this. That is horrible. That. Let's try that again. And then smooth tool, local, like this. SRB is a kind of bullet if you squint. Not really, because the bullet doesn't have the propulsion in it. If it's in like a recoilless rifle, grenade or something, rocket, then you've got, then it's that. What is it? What? That is a conversation I'm reading. And yes, I can attach to that. Then let's rotate that and then move it into position. No, from the top I can't see any of the plane. I'm sure that means it's perfectly fine. Certainly cutting it close if nothing else. 10 times the speed of light doesn't mean anything. Probably true. Adding 1 to Busy Beaver over 1,000 also doesn't mean anything. By definition, it is finite. Far calculations. I'm definitely not participating in that. The question I have: do I put 2 of these in? If I do that, it's almost certainly going to flip around though. Let's leave it as it is for now. I am also going to bring in cargo. I should bring experiment kits. Then also repair kits. Just in case. I'm obligated to indulge. I don't understand if you eat Taco Bell, you will not need much of anything to lift off. I'm sure this thing will be fine getting down. Oh, let's just say that's okay. I might also want to rut the insides here. Structural. That is a cargo bay. Let's not place it there. Do here. Controls for doing this are a bit awkward. Looking up and then go this way. Yep. Yep. Right. A gas station, so she's at shooting. Never had it from a gas station. Don't know how bad it is. Only ever really had family made stuff. Keep things stable, I think a bit more. Down a bit too though. Be more in line with everything else. Bioweapon. I guess, yeah, meat like that, and you're not necessarily keeping it chilled or anything. Never eat anything other than sweets or a protein bar from a gas station. If you're talking about in general, then I definitely do not agree. No, I will definitely be needing Ampatron Senior, but first I will need other things. Quick Trips hot dogs. I don't know what those are. Let's push in. Go remote guidance. I'm also realizing now it might be slightly difficult to get this out. I don't have any RCS on it. I don't have any SAS on it either. Okay, that's something that needs to be fixed. Temporarily move into stage nodes. I guess we'll have to be advanced in line. Now... okay, nope. This needs to be called... Order. Relay, I guess. And if I zoom in here, this one, the higher priority. Will be Eve heading lane. The slice of gas station pizza and then had a weak food poisoning. Oof. Oof. But someone eating nacho cheese and getting extreme... Ooh. Okay, and becoming paralysed for weeks. That is not fun. Yikes. Turn them off, can I put them on the underside? Yes, I can. I will need to turn into stage nodes on again, okay. I always forget. Okay, now I can turn them off again. Now what? Train. Why do you put that thought in my mind? Botox, the thing that makes your muscles relax and not wrinkle, it comes from bacteria. Not know that. I think it's used for some treatments as well as the whole anti-aging thing, which isn't all that great. If you're doing it for anti-aging, don't. If you're doing it for actual legitimate reasons, then yeah, I'm not going to criticize you for that. Bryce Hildebrandt. No. I'm just distracted by that now. Why? Both of you, why? I don't even know what I want to do, what I want to put on this next. I'm trying to distract my... I'm trying to distract myself from this conversation that's going on in the background. I can't... It just... Some way to dock. I'm probably fine with docking from the other side. Is this an lead SAS? Probably not. Who flavors the cake sour? The fact that you're even saying that. And now I'm starting to think about it and going, why would it be sour? Why? I would expect it to be bitter. Why am I even having these thoughts? Bitter because... One, because you want to dissuade people from eating it, I would expect. And two, soapiness. Or it may be sour because lemon fragrance stuff. Why? This is painful. That makes too much sense and I hate that. Okay. Let's try to fix some other things. Put some base shine well enough. I need able to dock to it. I keep reading chat and I keep regretting it. Let's put some. Okay, let's put some. Should be enough battery banks. And some solar panels. So it's not so much me, it's YouTube chat that's doing that. I'm sorry, Twitch chat, that you're having to hear the side effects of YouTube chat. YouTube chat is cursed. Let's make that for roots. Move everything up. Let's do some quick action groups. You to deploy these solar panels. Now, the downside of detaching it is that well, this front section will be a bit less stable. Case maybe the upside is that we're carrying a lot less mass. Maybe I can put struts from down here to the wings. Is that the wing? Go down, up. Right from here. That. And I guess. Can I? No, I can't. Good. Yeah. There's nothing to really attach onto because the heat shield will get in the way. Maybe on this side. Down to 1 symmetry. Too far away to attach to that. Don't want to attach to their blades though. Oh, it can go through the heat shield. Well, in that case, 2 symmetry it is. And there's one other thing right here. Let's just put that down. Touch. to... Save that. And now just get this up into orbit. How much does this mass? This mass is 32 tons. Could go over 50 tons. Yeah, that doesn't. Size for it, 60 ton. I'm confused. Something like that. Close this fairing. Excuse me. Go back into here. Deploy this one too. This is probably overkill for the rocket. Well, then again, there's this on top. Maybe it isn't overkill. I think save this. It's only 600k Kerbals, whatever they're called. Let's go with that. Launch that, and then we'll finally do the transfer stage one. I'm not going to calculate how much mass we need to transfer, so I'm just going to go overboard with it. YouTube chat is now slightly less cursed. This looks like a bacteriophage. Speaking of calculations, I should use a different... Nation warp. Roll from here. Yep. There we go. Thrust up. What's 1.59 again? Okay. Oh, it's not the worst. Normally we'd go for a 1.3. That's what I'm used to launching with, but 1.59. Yeah. With that though, let's launch. Hopefully I've not forgotten anything. In boosters. Know when to stage, and let's start the gravity turn. Bit faster now. Okay, there we go. Bring the heading down to 90 degrees. Maybe bring the throttle down a bit. Oh, just right. Okay, well, pitching now. That's why. Okay. That. A couple of those. Good. Let's try to bring the heading down first. What's my apoapsis? 20 kilometers. Thrust by now. Inclination 2.5. Well. Apoapsis 30k. Why did you calculate that Uh, weight equals mass times gravity. Okay, that get. No. That's okay. We're great for now. Makes sense since a single atom of air. Ooh, okay, I'm a bit past where I should be. Let's go back to ability assists and move a bit more towards the horizon. Without working with the periapsis more. I can probably also ditch bearings now. Why is the camera moving like that? Wait. There's still enough atmosphere? Oh no. Oh no. No. Also, what is going on? What's my camera doing? I like to imagine it is the propellers pulling us forwards. Let's try to... okay, game? In camera. Why is it turning like that though? I was thinking maybe it was the wings that were doing it, but that's not the way the wings were pointed. The way the wings are pointing, it definitely shouldn't have been going that way. I think maybe I revert and keep the fairing on until space. That wasn't making much sense. Intuitive which chapters learned of this breakthrough in physics? I don't know. First of all, in these, I guess this throttle up max and launch. So, weight equals mass times gravity. Oh no wait. I haven't set the probe core. Velocity equals force divided by mass. Person weighing 50 kilograms. An average size fart would need to exit at 13... What? At 13 million kilometers a second? Oh, let's go on here. We're in here. Roll thingy. I did it so easily last time. I can. Yeah. That's one which is going for. Having issues here. This one. Control from here. CS on. Bust up. Now put pins on. Save for good measure. Bust up and launch. And totally focusing on the launch here, and that's why I can't read YouTube chat. Yeah, I don't see how you can put that on your bucket list, I'll be honest. Gravity turn. 98 degrees. Heading. Come on. Bring us down to 90. That'll do. Attention to fuel amounts. Try to burn off the fuel so we can dump down again. Plus weight 1.39, that'll do. Of neither 20 kilometers up. Touch those ones. There we go. Let's try to bring the heading down a bit. That kind of works. Although thrust weight ratio is too low. Bring it back up. 5 times Dorito tacos. What? Okay. Heading's doing a bit better at least. 30 kilometers up, 30 degrees across. Fine. Wait, 1.2, okay. 40 kilometers up, 20 degrees now, should be okay. 2 kilometers up perhaps. Up. Oops. Touched that earlier. Paying attention to the pin. And for now, let's just go prograde. The earlier we get out of the atmosphere, the earlier I should hopefully be able to deploy. Yeah, bearing and drop some mass. Should hopefully make up for the fact that it's not optimal gravity turn. Perhaps it's up at 60. Let's bring the thrust down a bit. We go for about 2/3. The thing is, I'm going to wait until I'm out of the atmosphere to do that, because the last time it did weird things and started spinning me around. Let's go to 74 kilometers. And physics warp. And now, drop. Let's just put brakes on. Why does it have an airspeed? Whoop, auto saving. Save as well for good measure. And yeah, that's working fine now. Okay, we are slightly off-centered, but that's fine. SAS. Supposed to be pulling me towards prograde. Why are you not? SAS. Prograde. Why are you not going prograde? We were fine with... and of course I quick saved after I detached. Quick save before detaching. Fine. SAS is broken. Okay, let's just time up to stabilize temporarily. Oop. Way overshot. Now I need to actually bring it back. Also, it just suddenly seemed to work again. Be stable-ish. Yeah, maybe like up here. Okay, no. No, that's prograde game. Game, that's prograde you're pointing me towards. Whatever, I will add a maneuver. Let's add a maneuver at apoapsis, bring the periapsis up to 100, I think, is the other one. It's probably a crew. But not? Where's my other thing? What? It's under lander. Couldn't be though. You've won is lander, okay. At periapsis is 100, yep. And apoapsis is 109. Okay, yep. So a bit of prograde to bring periapsis to 100 and a bit. Not gonna risk it SAS. I'm gonna risk SAS doing crazy things. Quick save here. And warp forwards. And burn. High enough now. So now we just need to work on getting the nation right first. I'll go for efficiency. And nodes 5, so yep. Go to maneuver. Graphical interface. Okay, other way. Anti-normal. Went to maneuver node. Towards it. See. Right, I've got this bound to my main throttle, that's why it was spinning earlier. What is the craziest photo of this I can take? Turn off the aerodynamic forces overlay. It's right up maneuver. That's probably because I spun it around or something, isn't it? So, let's time warp now. Ooh. No, I should be fine. This should have its own controller. Yep. Excuse me? Excuse me? What have you done with my docking port? Time warping isn't fixing it. Oh no. Maybe leaving the area and reloading it will work. Which let's try doing that. And hope that docking port is working again. Load back in. I don't have the point towards target on this thing, but oh well. There. Yeah. No point to target, oh well. That's fine. If I now switch back to it, let the docking board be in place. Can I move up with the engineer? I think I can. I just can't go in cargo. Docking port is in place. Okay, good. Hopefully it stays there. Need to hurry up, let's get an encounter. Movement is a good movement. Let's focus Kerbal instead. There we go. I've lost the target. Lander, there we go. Oh, we go past the target orbit there. So, let's put this... Oh, that one seemed a bit closer. If I instead... something like this, and then put another even node. See roughly how close the first one will put me. Later. This one not later. Let's just get rid of this one actually. Let's go with one. That's cool. Place. That one has possibly change it more slowly. Used to doing it the other way around. Yeah, let's just get an encounter. That for now. And time up. 8 out of 10 suitable asteroids near Kerbal for the Kerbal mission and the contract. Slowly making progress on that one. Let's quick save. Oh, a bit more. Good enough. We are ahead of it, so we still want to be ahead of it. Actually doing quite well. .2 kilometers. And then perhaps this new maneuver. Let's bring the magnitude down. Nope. That's not going to get us anywhere. Next one, sending node and the sending node still 0. Should just be radial then. Mix of radial and rate. How much point over that way for maneuver. Like 2-second burn, so Once I'm out of time warp, thrust limiter down. Seconds will be fine. Quick save. This one I do actually want to... I could just do that by getting there first time, or I could risk overshooting it. Good enough. Yep. I'll walk forwards. Walking forwards. Thrust limiter will go back up. Yep. Notice it's a target. Let's point retrograde. I think I'm going to need a bunch of SAS on transfer stage. So stability assist so that I can push the retrograde marker. Target. Yep. Bring the thrust limiter down to 50%. I say maybe as I do it. Quick save. Closer. $174. I thought I had the brakes on you. Lock, yes. Lock it, yes. And then also, for good measure, let's lock these one. Now still moving slowly towards our target. I'm wondering maybe... Okay. Go from here. Aim over here and then set that target. Move the camera back inside. Funny seeing this wobble. SAS. Now, this is actually a retrograde. So, push it over the target. Hope I shot that. I mean, it's 0.1 meters a second, should be fine. Point towards target. Let's... Going on. It's attached on the other side. That's a bit okay. Why not? Oh, I've got solar panels. Yeah. Means I should be able to safely decouple it. Which... Oh. That is a slight problem, actually. It was supposed to be attached to this one, so that then I could use the couple on this. Hmm. That it's fully attached there. Switch over here. Can I do anything about that? Engineering. I have a feeling I probably can't. Yeah, due to part attachments, can't. Ah, oh, that's... Anyone know of a way to fix this? Otherwise, I'm thinking maybe... This, the whole entire issue with this is that it's attached to the wrong part. Huh? So what I could do is cheat another part back up. Like this part back up. And go ahead and deorbit this part. Might do that between sessions. I have not looked at cheat menu. Maybe there's a way to break this part in the cheat menu, I'm not sure. In any case, that's midnight for me, so I think I'm probably going to hop off shortly. There's... what is it? Is it Order of 12? There we go. Cheats. Object thrower, I guess. I could try to break off this. I'm not sure what effects that would have, so let's quick save. And will unfortunately mean what's that mean? Oh, I'm gonna guess that means that it shoots when I click, as opposed to now. As opposed to deorbiting this. I'm fine with losing the cost. I guess can go to the called tracking station to remove debris caused by my actions here. No, how? I don't know how to. No, I think it blew up the whole thing. Okay. Well, I guess I am going to... I guess I will get another one up here that doesn't have the part in the wrong place, attached to the wrong thing. So, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Next time, I'll probably be getting the transfer stage up. I still had pilots. What do you mean by that? The issue is that this part is attached to the top side here instead of to the docking port. And so it's attached as a hard point here as opposed to being able to detach this. That makes sense? Yeah. So, yeah. Next week it will be basically the same thing, except this won't be attached, and I will send this down into Kerbal. Radial symmetry is too... I don't think it's a radial symmetry thing, because it's a top-bottom thing. It's the interstage node connecting to the wrong thing, and not being obvious about it. Yeah, so I'll make the interplanetary transfer stage, get that up, also rendezvous that, and then get everything over to Eve. I go with my current one. What does it say? Getting to Eve is like year 3. Reached Juno with four to 1 adapters in one space. Oh yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed. I know, even if you haven't enjoyed the stream, I know you've certainly enjoyed the random conversation that you've had in the YouTube chat. Yeah, next week, same time, same place. Eve transfer stage, and hopefully getting everything to Eve. Maybe getting things into orbit, like proper orbits that they're supposed to be in, and maybe, just maybe, landing a plane on Eve. Till then, see you next time. I need a proper end screen. I just have a BRB screen. I guess BRB next week.